A pleasant good evening to you and welcome to the UNG Convocation Center on the campus of the University of North Georgia in Dahlonega. Nighthawk basketball is on the air. Walker McCrary alongside Lee Glenn for the first ever home opener here in the Convocation Center as North Georgia gets ready to take on North Greenville here in the Peach Belt Conference Carolinas Challenge. And Lee, we already saw the Conference Carolinas get off to a good start. Erskine getting a win over Georgia College in the first game in a tightly contested one, where Erskine ended up pulling out and the Flying Fleet earned the first win of the season.
Yeah, two evenly matched teams. Actually went back and forth who I thought was going to win throughout the game. It was a nice ebb and flow kind of run to the game. Each team owned possession for a good bit, but it was a fleet run right there with about 6 minutes to go in the game that really gave the Bobcats too big of a hole to dig out of.
And so we turn our attention to the second game of our doubleheader here tonight between two teams that have the letters UNG in their acronyms, just in a different order. And both of these teams extremely similar on paper. Last season, 12 and 17 seasons. This season, both picked 8th to finish in their preseason polls.
Yeah, I think that they are two evenly matched teams, and that is a great point that they share the same three letters. Just ours are in the correct order. I would favor the Peach Belt Conference in a little bit if I were to weigh the strengths of the two leagues. So finishing 8th in the Peach Belt is projected to finish 8th is it's definitely a working man's league. But I think that for both North Greenville and North Georgia here tonight, tonight's Conference Carolinas Peach Belt Conference matchup is a great matchup between the two teams.
And especially for North Georgia, when you think of how many new faces there are on this North Georgia squad, only returning 2 regular starters from a year ago in Lonray Olatunji and Ephraim Shamanga, a total of 9 new faces, including 3 Division I transfers.
Yeah, it was a great preseason by Coach Faulkner. Scheduled a local NAI team, Truett McConnell, in a closed-door scrimmage-type exhibition, or scrimmage-type format before going up to Queens, a perennial top 10 team in the country, where we played them really tight in a game-style format, and then finished up our exhibition season last Sunday night right here in the UNG Convocation Center. A very tight 92-88 loss to the number 18th ranked Eagles, NCAA Division III perennial national power Sunday night. So Coach Faulkner's team was able to see 3 different styles, experience a road game, experience a scrimmage style season, or a scrimmage style, and then play a game-like exhibition here in the Convocation Center. So a little over 2 minutes away from tip-off here, and I think everybody in this brand new spanking building, including both teams, are ready for tip-off.
Yeah, you mentioned a brand new spanking building. The men have only played 1 game in here all time, a loss to Georgia Southern back on February 24th of earlier this season. So a chance to really get things going in the right direction for the men as they get ready to start off. And we look at the starting lineups for the Nighthawks. You've got 3 new players in the lineup in terms of the transfers coming in. Zez Steeple, a transfer from Erskine, Sean Hopkins from Troy, and Zach Cottrell also transferring in for North Georgia.
It was good for those 3 guys to have Sunday evening under their belt. I mean, everything in here operationally was run just like a regular home game. So this although it's the season opener and both teams on the floor are 0-0, it feels like the second game in here, especially for those new faces that you mentioned by way of transfer.
As we look at North Greenville's starting lineup, they're going to go with a little bit of a stronger lineup in terms of experience. DJ Brook, Kobe Tate, Daniel Burchett, Caleb Arrington, and Roderick Howell. Daniel Burchett, the only all-conference player on the North Greenville team that returned for the Crusaders, and they'll look to lean on his experience tonight.
Yeah, I think anytime you can bring back all-conference honors, that's something that you definitely want to see the basketball going through his hands, especially in your first 4 or 5 possessions. Make sure that people with experience have their hand on the basketball.
And of course, for North Georgia, Ephraim Shamanga and Lonray Olatunji, the starters, 2 of the starters for Chris Faulkner's team. A lot of experience coming back in those 2. Ephraim only a few steals away from setting the career record mark here at North Georgia.
Yeah, he's knowing Ephraim, he's probably going to have it before the national anthem's over. I mean, dude is just he's weird how well he defends, and he's really the straw that stirs our drink. So we're definitely going to look and enjoy when he's got the basketball in his hands.
We'll take a commercial break here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. When we return, we'll run down the starting lineups and have the opening tip for you. It's North Georgia and North Greenville coming your way in the Peach Belt Conference Carolinas Challenge on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
I'm a commuter.
I'm an actor.
I am an intern.
I'm a researcher.
I am a senior.
I'm an athlete.
I'm a veteran.
I am a sister.
I'm a sophomore.
I'm a singer.
I am an educator.
I am a scientist.
I am a resident.
I am a writer. I am a leader.
I am a cadet.
I am a volunteer. I am a musician.
I am a tutor.
We are UNG.
The Monday morning status meeting leaves everyone in a state of boredom. That must be why they called it a boardroom. But you're putting a new spin on this week's meeting, because you've brought bagels. Fresh baked bagels. So, well done, my friend. Not only have you uplifted the vibe of the status meeting, you've upgraded your own status to hero. Save the day with bagels. Now it's even easier.
Shop, play, and stay in Dahlonega, the heart of the North Georgia mountains.
Back with you here in Dahlonega. Starting lineups for both teams: Zez Steeple, Sean Hopkins, Ephraim Shamanga, Zach Cottrell, and Lonray Olatunji for North Georgia. For North Greenville, it'll be DJ Brooks, Covey Tate, Daniel Burchett, Caleb Arrington, and Roderick Howell. North Georgia will be in white with the blue numbers and the blue trim. They'll move from left to right on your screens. For the Crusaders, they are in the black uniforms with the white number or white letters, red numbers, and move from right to left. Olatunji tips it over. Shamanga retrieves, gives it over to Steeple, and we're underway here in Dahlonega. Walker McCrary, Lee Glenn courtside as Steeple takes a three. It's no good. Rebound comes down to DJ Brooks, and here come the Crusaders. Brooks up the right side of the floor. He'll look down low for Tate. Tate looks up top, finds Arrington. And the Crusaders will reset with their all-conference player, Daniel Burchett. Dribble drive. Now Arrington for three. He makes it, and North Greenville has the first lead of the afternoon.
Look good coming off of number 10. Hands there, quick catch and shoot. Rose over the defense on a long closeout. Nice quick release.
Here's Cottrell for three. It's good. It only makes sense that we have a player, Lee, from North Carolina like Tanner Plemons wearing the same number. He can shoot it just as well.
It kind of looks like Tanner, to be honest with you. If he shoots it remotely close to the way Tanner did, we'll take it. But first one off his hand today looked good. Good ball reversal, hard reversal to just a wide open rhythm three.
A block shot there by Shamanga. He'll bring the ball right up the middle of the floor, looking to penetrate. Gives it off to the transfer from Troy, Sean Hopkins. He takes the three, hits the deck, no good. Offensive rebound. Shamanga can't put it home, and a rebound to the Crusaders, Roderick Howell.
I hope they call that a steal on the penetration, because I'm not sure he got into the act of shooting and put him closer to the career record there.
Dribble drive and a whistle. Foul will be called before the shot. That's on Cottrell, his first. And the Crusaders will have it underneath.
Right there, just got to recognize where players' strong hands are. It's a right-handed driver that was able to catch it on reversal and put it into his dominant hand. So just a little bit better job of shading to strong hand on dribble penetration.
Inbound to Tate, who's guarded by Cottrell. Burchett now up top to DJ Brooks, who will set against his counterpart wearing the same jersey numbers as Steeple. Down low, up and under is good. That's Covey Tate, and North Greenville has another 2-point lead, 5-3.
It's a nice move by Tate. Big caught it on one side of the lane and used two dribbles to get to the other side to eliminate the shot block opportunity.
Here's Cottrell, gives it to Steeple, now to Shamanga, who drives, bounce pass to Hopkins. Hopkins to the elbow, jumper good for Sean Hopkins.
Good things happen after two ball reversals. Exponentially, your chance to score goes up the more you reverse the basketball. That possession, side to side twice, nice 15-foot pull-up by Hopkins.
Off the screen, here's Brooks, his jumper no good. Skying for the rebound was Olatunji. Now here comes Sean Hopkins. Acted like he was going to go from three. Now Steeple to Cottrell. Quick fire three is no good off back iron. Rebound all the way to the top of the key. It comes down to Covey Tate.
Good possession for the Nighthawks, though. Easy, quick reversal into a rhythm three by a guy that already has the hot hand.
There's a bucket for DJ Brooks, his first two of the game. Again, the Crusaders on top, 7-5. 17 minutes to play here in the first half. Steeple gives over to Shamanga on right wing. He comes off an Olatunji screen, kick over to Steeple, pump fake from three to the elbow, down low for Lonray. Olatunji out to Steeple. It went through his hands. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 9-8. Now Shamanga. 6-5. He'll drive into the middle of the lane. A lot of contact, no whistle, and it'll be out of bounds. Turnover from the Nighthawks.
A little disjointed possession there for North Georgia. We could never get into any sort of a flow after good transition look. A couple fumbled shots, or fumbled dribbles there. Ended up in an empty possession for North Georgia.
Here's Covey Tate looking inside. He'll take a dribble, hand off to Brooks. Now quick pass over. Three on the way is good from Caleb Arrington. He's 2 for 2 from distance, and the Crusaders out in front by 5, largest lead of the evening.
Yeah, that man hadn't touched the rim yet.
Shamanga looking down low. Pass was deflected and stolen away, but Shamanga gets it back and then stolen again. Here's Brooks. Off the glass and good for DJ Brooks. He's got 4, and a quick 7-0 run puts the Crusaders up by 7.
I think that there were 4 steals in about 10 seconds there. I don't know if anybody really ever had possession, but it was thievery. If that's even a word.
Steeple gives to Hopkins, top of the key. Long three is short. Rebound comes down to Tate, and here come the Crusaders looking to extend their lead to as many as double figures with a 3. Arrington trying to get space against Steeple, unable to. He passes it off to Burchett. Burchett hesitation move into the lane, kicks out to Brooks. Brooks into the corner for Tate. Tate drives, stops, 6 on the shot clock, 5, 4, 3. Now here goes Arrington. His shot is off rim, no good. Rebound Olatunji.
He doesn't like it inside the 3-point line.
Steeple quickly up the floor, gives to Hopkins, the senior from Finland. Hopkins drives into the lane, puts it up, a lot of contact, it goes over the glass. A foul will come, and that will send us to our first media timeout as Covey Tate will be charged with the foul. 15 minutes to play here in the first half. Your score, North Greenville 12, North Georgia 5. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even close claws.
We took your shortcut, which was a bad idea. I can't believe that worked! No, I dropped the keys.
And we covered it. Talk to Farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
The UNG Campus Connection is your university bookstore. It's the one-stop shop where students can get anything they need for the classroom, and fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to car decals and tailgating chairs. Gear up at the Nighthawks Nest with officially licensed UNG merchandise. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Campus Connection is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics. The UNG Campus Connection is your university bookstore. It's the one-stop shop where students and Farmhouse Woodworks. North Georgia trailing 12-5.
I was just going to touch on Einstein Bagels at places. They must be doing good business because anytime I walk into Hogue Auditorium, the line is out the door. Proud sponsors of our Nighthawk of the Week program.
Hopkins going to the free throw line to shoot 2. First one up and short. Senior guard from Nokia, Finland, transfer from Troy University. Finishing his career here at North Georgia. Second free throw is good for the senior. He's got 3, and that breaks a 7-0 run. 12-6 your score. As now on to the game for North Greenville is Spencer Kirkpatrick. For North Georgia, Rod English into the game for the first time today. Shot no good. Rebound tipped around. Rod trying to pull it down. Instead, it's Olatunji, and a foul's going to be called on the Crusaders. I believe they're going to get Burchett.
Lonray's come so far as a post player right there. He really would have gave ground in his first couple years here, and right there he dug in and held his territory and kind of fought through the foul there for the defensive rebound. It's just an example of his ability to mature over the last 3 years as a very serviceable Division II post player.
Here's Hopkins at the elbow. He'll drive, put it up through contact, no good. Got his own offensive rebound, puts it back up, no good. Olatunji trying to get in there. Instead, it'll come down to the Crusaders, and North Greenville will push up the right side of the floor.
Good intentional post up there. That's a set call play by the Nighthawks. 2 quick bunny looks, or 2 clean bunny looks that we'll want to finish here moving forward.
3-pointer coming from DJ Brooks, nothing but the bottom of the net. He's got 7, and the lead up to 9.
Ball screen, rescreen. Fought hard over the first one, actually went back under the second one, and can't do that against good shooters.
And an offensive foul and illegal screen is going to be called on Olatunji. It'll be his first, and that'll bring in a couple of subs for North Georgia. Freshman DeAndre Singleton and redshirt sophomore Jack Howard, who hit 5 threes in that Emory exhibition.
Did he really?
18 points.
I knew he was playing well. I didn't know he hit 5 of those jokers.
Fresh haircut, too, for the Dahlonega native.
It doesn't even look like him. He must have, we had to pay double to get all that cut off.
Off-kilter shot, no good. Rebound to English. Good to see him back on the floor this year. Now here's Shamanga. Shamanga off a screen from Singleton. Drives into the lane. A lot of contact. Kick out to Hopkins. Hopkins drives. Left-handed layup is good for Sean Hopkins. He's got 5. Lead back down to 7 for the Crusaders.
Good basketball there. Reversal. Anytime you can begin a dribble drive with a shot fake, what Sean did there, normally really lifts your guy up and allows you to get past.
Coach Faulkner wants an offensive foul, and I can't blame him, but the 3-pointer from Kirkpatrick is good. Lead out to 10 now for the first time. Quickly up the floor. Jack Howard hits a 3. He's right on fire, just like he was back on Sunday.
And both nets are hung over the orange.
And they're not stopping play.
I like it.
Let it go. Into Roderick Howell. He gives off to Brooks. DJ Brooks down low to Howell. Shot up and good. That dislodges the net. Howell with his first 2 of the game, and North Greenville the first to 20. It's 20-11.
You get 3 points for scoring with the net wrapped around the rim.
12:33 and counting left until halftime here at the UNG Convocation Center. The home opener, as that ball was kicked out of bounds by Hopkins. It'll be Nighthawk basketball as North Greenville goes to the reserves for A.J. Myers. .16 on the shot clock for the Nighthawks. 12:28 to play here in the first half. Shamonga will trigger. Hopkins in the corner. He'll try and drive, looking underneath for Shamonga. Ephraim playing big for his size. He'll go for the rebound, and they're actually going to get him for a foul. That's good hustle from Ephraim. I'm sure that's just a hustle foul right there.
Yeah, it is a foul, but it's tough to temper yourself after, you know, that's actually the second bunny he's missed in a row there. And there's just kind of that initial anger, and he's just really fighting for his team to get that ball back, but caught the North Greenville guy's arm there on his way through.
Steeple checks in for Shamonga as North Greenville in the offensive half. Here's Myers. Myers off of a screen, tries to dribble it into the corner, and he lost control out of bounds for North Georgia. Cottrell in, Hopkins out. Covey Tate for North Greenville, as well as Corey Walters for the first time today. We go under 12 minutes. Next dead ball will be a media timeout. Here's English at the high post, gives over to Steeple on left wing. Coming off the screen is Cottrell. He had some space, elected to continue offensive flow. Now here's English from 3. That's long. Rebound to Myers. Crusaders up the floor. Here's DJ Brooks. Off of a screen, drives to the elbow. He'll put up a floater from about 7 feet. No good. And an over-the-back call is on Covey Tate. That will be his second, and he's fouled both times that we head to a media timeout. 11:33 to play here in the first half. North Greenville has a 9-point lead, 20-11 over North Georgia here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Now you have it. Everything in your hands, nothing in your way. A new and better way to manage and control all your money. You, exclusively by BB&T.
We actually do just about anything that you ask.
We offer everything from design and branding all the way up to signs and banners, promotional products, digital signage, t-shirts, embroidery.
Cups, koozies, pens, magnets. There's 25,000 items out there we can do.
A lot of people don't know that we can handle all that, and we can look at the customer and say, yeah, we do that.
We actually do just about anything that you ask.
Nighthawk basketball looks like the Crusaders are going to give some pressure here, the old 1-2-2 3-quarter court. Howard, Steeple, Cottrell, Singleton, and English on the floor for the Nighthawks. Here's Singleton. It's blocked. He got his own rebound. It's blocked again out of bounds. It'll be North Georgia basketball, 18 on the shot clock.
Played fast through it. 2 ball reversals and a dribble up the sideline. Anytime you've got full court zone pressure, anything diagonally hurts it, and it was not until we got to the rim before we made the diagonal pass action.
Here's Steeple around the horn. Now Cottrell drives right side. He'll pull it back out, give to English. Now Steeple under 10 on the shot clock. Howard for 3. Left that one short. Rebound batted around and finally pulled down by Walters. And the Crusaders have the chance to go double figures again. Myers off a couple of screens. He lost the ball. Howard will get credit for the steal. Now Jack brings it up 3-on-3. He'll find Steeple wide open. 3 right wing. Off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound, though, for English, and a whistle before he went up. And they're going to get Singleton with the foul. That's his first and the team's fourth.
Last defensive possession, I believe that Jack is going to be, like you mentioned, is going to be credited for that steal, but it was Cottrell that did all the yeoman's work on defending that ball screen and trying to turn it back down.
Top of the key, here's Kirkpatrick. One dribble, hands off to Brooks. Brooks from left elbow is good. DJ Brooks has 9 points, and it's 22-11. Quick three for Cottrell is no good. And a rebound pulled down by Joe Conley, who checked into the game for the Crusaders. Brooks drives, kicks out. Walters for three is no good, and a foul is going to be called on North Greenville. That'll be Kirkpatrick, his first, team fourth.
Like our fourth rebounding foul of the game. Both teams really aggressive, pinning their ears back, trying to create extra offensive possessions. But you got to know when, to just send one, send two, maybe send three, but jamming the rebounder probably is going to help. But we got to kind of get a better flow of this game by 4, 5, 6 consecutive possessions without a whistle.
Halfway home here in this first half, 22-11. Crusaders lead. Steeple left his shot short. Offensive rebound to English, who will reset. Howard down into the corner. Cottrell. Now English, top of the key, swung around quickly. Howard, one dribble, gives off to English again. He'll drive left side, and a jump ball will be called. Possession will go to the Crusaders. I like the aggressiveness from Rod there to drive it in, but maybe lost his balance as he tried to lean a little bit as he was trying to draw the foul.
Yeah, really put his shoulder down, trying to get his hips and head past the defender, and pretty good job defensively of North Greenville of protecting the paint.
Shot was blocked, but a foul first. We'll see who it's called on.
Could be called on one of about 3 different players.
It's on Singleton, his second. And 2 shots for A.J. Myers as Hopkins and Olatunji prepare to check in. First free throw up, no good. Olatunji for Singleton, Hopkins for English. A quicker lineup on the floor for the Nighthawks with Howard, Hopkins, Cottrell, Steeple, and Olatunji. Second free throw, the bank not open. Olatunji pulls it down, and the Nighthawks look to cut it to single digits here. They're down 11. Steeple setting the offense, drives left side, handoff Sean Hopkins. Hopkins, nice bounce pass through to Olatunji. I don't know that he was ready for it, and he lost possession. And Daniel Burchett.
That's good basketball offensively for the Nighthawks. We just got to catch and finish.
Walters gives it off to Conley. His shot no good. Offensive rebound for Howell. He puts it back up and in for 2. He's got 4. 24-11 the score. Steeple to Hopkins. Back to Zez, the transfer from Erskine. Now Howard to Hopkins. Looking for Olatunji inside. He had some position, but unable to get it to him. Swung around, Howard will drive baseline, looking inside, and a lot of contact, and the foul called finally. It'll be on Conley, his first.
Another good possession, although we only scored 11 points here through the first 11 and a half minutes. We're doing a little bit better job of moving the basketball. And now we're starting to pick and choose when we want to put it on the floor instead of just 3 or 4 pass into a 3-point jump shot.
Hopkins trying to back his way in. He does so and now has 7.
That's got to break a run of some sort, doesn't it?
6-0 run.
Yeah.
8:12 to play, first half, 24-13. Here's Conley at the left elbow. Takes a couple dribbles to his right, hands off. A nice set play there by the Crusaders. Had an opportunity at a shot from Burchett. Now he'll drive, put it up from short distance, high off the glass and in. His first 2, it's 26-13. Steeple off a screen, gives to Howard. Howard will take a shot from distance, in and out, no good. Rebound pulled down by Howell. Nighthawks only have 2 made threes today. Now driven in, no good. Rebound from Cottrell. Just 2 of 11 from distance are the Nighthawks. There's Cottrell, and they're going to call an offensive foul on him.
I don't know about that. I don't know that he hit him square, especially in defensive transition. You normally see the charge call in the half-court set when teams have their defense set protecting the paint, but in defensive and offensive transition, you don't see the charge call very often, but much closer angle than us here at the table.
26-13, North Greenville leads it. We'll take a commercial break. Back after this, Nighthawk Sports Network.
Shop, play, and stay in Dahlonega, the heart of the North Georgia Mountains.
North Georgia basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network is brought to you by Cotton Eye Joe's and Farmers Insurance. Here on the Nighthawk Sports Network, Walker McCrary, Lee Glenn. 26-13, Crusaders have a lead over North Georgia with just over 7 minutes and 10 seconds to play until halftime, and a travel by DJ Brooks.
Thank you, DJ. Oh, happy feet. It was a great look at the live stat option with the shot chart there. I know you Nighthawk fans listening on a computer, minimize this window, open another, and check out the live stats. You can see that North Greenville's made a lot of shots in the paint. North Georgia has missed a lot of shots outside of the paint.
Karad Watson checking in. He shot a 3. It was no good. An offensive rebound or 2 for Hopkins, and they're going to get Olatunji with a foul, his second. As we take a look at the lineup on the floor, Lee, it's a big lineup for Chris Faulkner with Olatunji and Watson both on the floor at the same time.
And it's about to get bigger because we're about to bring in 7 foot of talent right there.
Acton Shirley, the transfer from Gardner Webb, redshirt freshman, 7 feet, 235 pounds. He checks in.
7 foot tall, 1 times 1.5.
So you've got Watson, who's 6'8", and Shirley, who's 7 feet tall on the floor, to try and match up with some of this height inside for North Greenville. You mentioned trying to keep him off the rim.
And Sean Hopkins, you've also got a guard that's 6'5".
Inside, now kicked back out to the elbow. A shot is up and no good from Conley, and Acton Shirley, his first collegiate rebound. He comes down the floor, sets a screen for Shamanga, who drives. Ephraim up off glass, no good. And the Crusaders come away with it. DJ Brooks drives, a lot of contact, and a foul will be called as he went in very out of control, but he got bailed out by a foul on, I believe that's Ephraim.
That's a good word to use there. Ball handler clearly out of control. All contact there generated by an out-of-control ball handler, but again, he had way much better angle than we had.
North Greenville's DJ Brooks misses his first free throw. Good crowd on hand for the home opener tonight as the second free throw no good. Shirley with another rebound. Of course, this day 1 of the Peach Belt Conference Carolinas Challenge here in Dahlonega. 2 more games tomorrow. Shamanga to Watson, over to Hopkins. Hopkins drives right side, kicks out to Steeple. Zez takes a three. From distance, it's good. First three for Zez on the day, and it's back down to 10. Looking to answer Conley. It's off rim, no good. Shamanga's going to get that rebound and then give it over to Shirley. North Georgia looking to break up the left side.
Get it deep. Get a paint touch here.
Steeple for three. Hot hand is no good. Karad Watson with the offensive rebound. He can't put it home. Got his own offensive rebound there. Now dribbles out to reset. Hopkins around to Shamanga. Back up top of the key. Three-pointer on the way from Hopkins is no good. Rebound pulled down by Burchett. North Greenville looking to slow the game down. Walking it up the floor is DJ Brooks. Brooks gives it off to Howell. Now Conley. Handoff Brooks. He turned the corner. Floater up, no good. Rebound tipped up out of the hands of Watson, and a foul's going to be called. They're going to get Karad on that one. I thought it was Acton. But Karad's going to get the foul, his first, team 9th. First made free throw of the day for the Crusaders as Brooks hits double figures. He's got 10.
I put Ephraim in foul trouble?
Ephraim's got 2. Ephraim, Zach, Singleton, and Olatunji all with 2 fouls. Second free throw good for DJ Brooks, 28-16. Steeple off a screen, gives over to Hopkins. Hopkins down low to Shirley. Shirley backs in, turns, trying to get the hook shot. It was blocked and will go out of bounds off of the Crusaders. Nighthawk basketball, 17 on the shot clock. Steeple underneath. He gets it into Shirley, close to the 5. Now back to Steeple, over to Howard. To Hopkins. Now Watson in the corner. Down low Shirley, good move, but it's blocked again by Howell, and the Crusaders up the floor quickly. Here's Howell, kicks out to Brooks. 28-16 the score. Three-pointer on the way. Singleton, no good. Rebound Shirley. Gives off to Howard. Jack looking for some space, gets to the elbow. Swings it around to Watson in the right corner. Karad drives, puts it up with the left hand, no good. Tipped out to North Greenville. They'll push up the far side. 4 minutes to play, first half. Brooks gives off to Howell. Now Burchett, guarded by Hopkins, gives it down low, up and under, blocked by Karad Watson, and then he caught it, but he must have stepped on the line. Says
the passer, the guy trying to save it, stepped on the line.
Well, that'll bring us to our final media timeout of the first half. 3:44 to play here in the first half. Crusaders 28, Nighthawks 16. We'll be back after this on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
NCAA TV and marketing rights fees. Where does the money go? Long answer, 96% of the revenue is used to fund 88 championships and support 1,055 member colleges and universities, who together provide $2 billion annually in financial aid to more than 400,000 student athletes so they can compete and learn. Short answer, we put our money where our mission is.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Codify an authority.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We can make campuses safer for our teammates, our friends, and our classmates.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy, but it's on us
to intervene.
Because we can. Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
We can.
A great look at the UNG Convocation Center. The floor is the Nighthawks trail by 12, 28-16, 3:44 to play here in the first half. As North Georgia will bring it up the floor. Steeple, Singleton, English, Howard, and Hopkins on the floor for North Georgia. Jack gives it off to Sean. Now here's Zez. Howard up top of the key to English, right wing. Now Hopkins. Back to Rod. Now here's Jack down low to Singleton. 5-4-3. Singleton with a good move. He puts it up and in. His first two in college.
Good possession there for the Nighthawks. Sagging man defense. So the ball reversals are easy. So what we got to do is increase our paint touches.
Three-pointer on the way is an air ball from Arrington, and it'll be Nighthawk basketball. The 5 on the floor, you've got 4 from the Northeast Georgia area, English from Gainesville, Howard from Dahlonega, Singleton from up in Stevens County, and then Steeple from Banks County, and then the international in Hopkins. A lot of local talent on the floor for North Georgia. Here's Steeple over to English, thought about a 3, drives to the elbow, shoots it up with the left hand, no good, rebound to Burchett. Brooks will walk it up the floor, content to keep this game at a slower pace, are the Crusaders. Thought about a 3, did Burchett. Now he'll come off a screen. He will take a 3. It's up, it's short. Rebound tipped in out of bounds by Roderick Howell. It'll be North Georgia basketball on the near sideline.
Not much flow to this game so far.
28-18, Nighthawks trailing by 10, 2:12 to play until halftime. Hopkins for 3. Off the iron, no good. Offensive rebound, though, for the former Indian of Stevens County.
And nose for the ball.
Here's Howard. Off to Steeple. Now Hopkins around the horn. Howard's going to take a contested 3, left it short. Rebound tipped around, finally brought down by the Crusaders. 1-on-2, he'll take it himself. English tried for the block, he didn't get it, but a tip in is no good either. Finally tipped out, it'll be Crusader basketball as Kirkpatrick had it wide open and just could not put it below the rim.
Yeah, and then that tip in was just right in front of the rim. Bad break for North Greenville there.
Crusaders inbound. English almost had the steal. And tripping over his own feet, they're going to call a foul. There was a little contact there from English, but I didn't think it was enough to warrant the foul call, as it'll be double bonus for the Crusaders. Spencer Kirkpatrick will be at the free throw line. First free throw on its way. Good form and in. It's an 11-point game as Crusaders look to make it 12. Left it short, rebound Singleton. Almost threw the ball behind Steeple. Zez able to bring it in. Now here is Zez, drives, puts it up and under, a foul called. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. They're going to get Brooks with that one. That's his first. And while Burchett is the all-conference player that returns for North Greenville, I've been really impressed, Lee, with DJ Brooks.
Yep, I agree. They got a nice North Greenville has put together a good first half here. They're on paper, their leading returner hasn't really got loose and found his space yet, but I believe if you try to calculate effort plays, North Greenville has a few more of them than North Georgia.
Both free throws good from Steeple. Cuts the lead back to single digits for the first time since it was 20-11. Now it's 29-20. North Georgia's never led in this one. Down low. Howell got Singleton in the air. The layup's good.
It's good basketball right there. Good use of the pivot foot. Good use of a shot fake.
31-20 as we go under 1 minute to play here in the first half. Howard might have walked. They don't blow the whistle. Tyler Dean on the floor for the first time here. It's Hopkins from the elbow, no good. Rebound tipped around, finally brought down by Burchett. Difference of 23 seconds between shot clock and game clock, so the Crusaders could get a 2-for-1 if they hurry. And there's the whistle. And yep, good call there, Lee. Offensive foul on Howell, his first.
Needed a break there. Now we need a clean look.
So a timeout will be called by North Georgia at the 32nd timeout. We'll keep it right here as North Georgia will have 6.4 seconds difference between shot and game clock. Down 11, and North Georgia, they just haven't found that ability to put the ball in the hoop. They're 7 of 33 from the floor, while North Greenville's 12 of 29.
Yeah, and our shots necessarily aren't the shots that we just aren't quite comfortable getting into yet. We a lot of pull-up jump shots, a lot of non-rhythm three-pointers. I really think that we're going to go in, kind of get settled in at halftime, hopefully, and we've got to just increase our offensive efficiency here in the second half.
Singleton will inbound it. The Crusaders will get one more look at it before the first half ends. North Georgia will bring it up the floor with Steeple as the clock runs at 30 seconds. To Dean. Now Steeple again, he'll go off the Singleton screen. Looking down low for Hopkins, he'll get it down low. Good spin move to the baseline. Singleton thinks about a three, takes it. It's good from the big man, DeAndre Singleton.
Probably not what Coach Faulkner drew up, but it'll work and will taste a little bit better at halftime if we can manufacture a stop here. Final 7 seconds.
5 seconds left. Here's DJ Brooks, gives it off to Kirkpatrick. He's got to look down low, clock running, and they're not going to get a shot off as the Nighthawks do get the stop at halftime. We head to the break. Nighthawks trail it by 8, 31-23. We'll return in just a moment and look at the first half stats on the NSN halftime report. Again, North Greenville 31, North Georgia 23 here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Leadership is socially responsible, collaborative, and inclusive.
It's a process, not a position.
The University of North Georgia is a state leadership institution.
Here, the Leadership Certificate Program is open to all students who want to enhance
their leadership knowledge,
gain practical skills, and become a
more effective leader.
A more effective leader.
You can get credit for your involvement in student organizations,
campus events, community service, study abroad,
and many other campus activities. Start learning how to understand your personal leadership philosophy.
Be part of a team.
Improve your communication. Create an inclusive environment.
And make a difference in your community. Make a commitment to yourself.
And become part of the Leadership Certificate Program.
Because at the University of North Georgia,
you can lead. You can lead.
You can lead. You can lead.
You can lead where it counts.
The Monday morning status meeting leaves everyone in a state of boredom. That must be why they called it a boardroom. But you're putting a new spin on this week's meeting, because you've brought bagels. Fresh baked bagels. So, well done, my friend. Not only have you uplifted the vibe of the status meeting, you've upgraded your own status to hero. Save the day with bagels. Now it's even easier.
We actually do just about anything that you ask.
We offer everything from design and branding all the way up to signs and banners, promotional products, digital signage, t-shirts, embroidery.
Cups, koozies, pens, magnets. There's 25,000 items out there we can do.
A lot of people don't know that we can handle all that, and we can look at the customer and say, yeah, we do that.
(31-23), Nighthawks trail North Greenville at halftime here on the Nighthawk Sports Network, and the first ever home opener for the UNG men here in the brand new UNG Convocation Center, as the Peach Belt Conference Carolinas Challenge is underway this weekend in Dahlonega. The Crusaders hold an 8-point lead at the break, 31-23. As we look through the first half stats, Lee, the shooting for North Georgia just has not been there, shooting just 23.5% from the floor.
No, it has not, and we've talked in the first 20-minute frame about the flow of the game and some numbers to back that up. As there's been 20 made baskets in this game, but there's been 43 missed shots. So fans are seeing a lot more misses than they are makes, and North Georgia has missed 26 times. We've missed as many shots almost as North Greenville has taken. So some of that deals with shot quality. Some of it deals with just missing makeable shots. So I can promise you that North Georgia will score more than 23 points here in the second half. They will shoot better than 24% from the floor. The key is going to be to get North Greenville, anytime that you can as a team shoot collectively any number that begins with a 4. North Greenville is 41.4% on 12 of 29. That's something that is a plus for Coach Lister and his team. But, really it's just North Georgia getting in a little bit more flow. And offensively, they're just going to have to make some shots that we make day in, day out.
Look at the leaders for North Georgia. Sean Hopkins leads the way with 7 points on 3 of 10 shooting. He's had some really good looks, just hasn't been able to put them home yet. Zez Steeple and DeAndre Singleton off the bench with 5 points each. And we look at North Greenville, the player we've both been impressed with, DJ Brooks, the only player in double figures on the floor, 11 points on 4 of 7 shooting, but just 2 of 4 from the stripe.
Yeah, he, in both teams, there hasn't been, only 12 combined free throws in the first half. That would lend to there being more jump shots, pull-ups, and long misses, which lead to transitions. There's not much action around the basket. And you can even tell that teams aren't comfortable around the basket because both have kind of, there's probably been 6 or 7 shots within inside 4 feet that have just been missed. Another thing to keep an eye on is the game has kind of seemed ugly so far because of the missed shots, but there's only been 6 turnovers, 6 live ball turnovers. And so we're taking better care. Both teams are taking pretty good care of the ball and getting shots. The key is going to be North Georgia has just got to better their quality of shots.
We'll take a commercial break here on the halftime show. When we return, we'll dive a little bit more into the halftime stats. 31-28, Crusaders lead the Nighthawks here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
What is the Golden Eagle Band? Established in 1873, we are the oldest organization on campus. Excellence in music is our passion. Our spirit of brotherhood provides friendships that last a lifetime. We compete and perform just for fun. Join the tradition.
I'm a commuter.
I'm an actor.
I am an intern.
I am a researcher.
I am a senior.
I am an athlete.
I am a veteran.
I am a sister.
I am a sophomore.
I am a singer.
I am an educator.
I am a scientist.
I am a resident.
I am a writer.
I am a leader.
I am a cadet.
I am a volunteer. I am a musician.
I am a tutor.
We are UNG.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even close claws.
We took your shortcut, which
was
was a bad idea.
I can't believe that worked! No, I dropped the keys.
And we covered it. Talk to Farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Halftime score here in Dahlonega as we dive a little bit more into the halftime stats. And the one that stood out to me, Lee, you mentioned only 6 turnovers, but North Georgia, 6 turnovers total. North Georgia doesn't have any points off those turnovers, while North Greenville is able to convert their turnovers that they've gotten from North Georgia into 5 points.
Yeah, and one thing that a box score doesn't tell you is that sometimes coaches will view bad shots, bad offensive shots that lead to defense or offensive transition the other way. They will almost deem that a turnover. And we've had a couple of those. We've had a couple of just bad-looking shots that have long rebounded, that haven't resulted in quote-unquote pick sixes the other way, but have at least gotten North Greenville to the free throw line. But, just as a consumer look at the box score would tell me that North Georgia has taken more shots, has out-rebounded the other team, and has doubled the offensive rebounds. It's just a matter, and we're not turning it over. So really all those arrows point back to shot selection, shot quality, and beginning to make a few more of those clean looks.
So we mentioned North Greenville shooting 41% from the floor. North Georgia just 23% from the floor in the first half. Take a commercial break. When we return, the women tipped off their season in the Peach Belt Conference Carolinas Challenge up at Young Harris today and got a big win. We'll dive into the box score there when we come back. 31-23 halftime score. North Greenville leads it here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Have it. Everything in your hands, nothing in your way. A new and better way to manage and control all your money. You, exclusively by BB&T.
The UNG Campus Connection is your university bookstore. It's the one-stop shop where students can get anything they need for the classroom, and fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to car decals and tailgating chairs. Gear up at the Nighthawks Nest with officially licensed UNG merchandise. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Campus Connection is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics. 31-23 here in Dahlonega. North Greenville leads North Georgia here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. The women got off to a great start today, Lee. 74-42 over the Lions of Emmanuel College up in Young Harris. 3 players in double figures. Julianne Sutton, Tamara Thorpe, the transfer from USC Upstate, and then her other transfer from USC Upstate, Vanessa Agrusa, also pulling down 11 points, as North Georgia had scoring from everybody that stepped on the floor.
They're good. They're going to be good. Preseason #1 in the Peach Belt Conference. Emmanuel College, a member of the Conference Carolinas, is always good. A really competitive team over there from Franklin Springs, and North Georgia was losing after the first quarter and then really put their foot on the gas So we're down 1, end up winning the game by 28 points. So we finished the final 30 minutes by a 29-point margin. So it's a good start to the ladies, but it's never good to split in a classic. You want to go ahead and finish what you started. And I know Young Harris will be one of the other teams. You know who the other Conference Carolinas team?
It is Lees McRae. That's who North Georgia will play tomorrow at 1:30.
Okay. Yeah.
The Bobcats of Lees McRae. That is another win in a season opener for Buffy Burston. The last time they lost in a season opener, 06-07 against North Dakota. That just shows how Coach Burston has been able to prepare her teams consistently throughout the year.
Yeah, and I don't know what coach can prepare to go to North Dakota. I mean, like, how far is that? Man, that's like farms and bison and stuff. That's like a long way to go to play a season opener. So, I mean, on a serious note, all the preparation that goes into getting your team ready to play, but then you've got to travel that far to play. That's 12 years ago, man. I'm telling you, she's got a really good club, and I'm looking forward to calling some of their action here in the Convocation Center.
They will be here on November the 16th to start the UNG Nighthawk Classic, which will include West Florida, who's always a good team, but Carson Newman. I think that's the game that's really been highlighted on a lot of Nighthawk fans' schedules because of the 2 meetings they had last year, 2 4-point ball games.
Didn't see the first game, but I can tell you that the last time I had these headsets on was one of the best college basketball games I've called in a long, long time up in Jefferson City, Tennessee. That was just a great atmosphere in the Sweet 16. Two really good basketball teams fighting for the an Elite 8 bid, and Division II Elite 8's like the Final Four. So I'm really looking. A lot of Nighthawk fans have had that date circled on their calendars for a while.
I know I've had it circled. I can't wait to watch the Eagles and the Nighthawks go at it again. Everybody returning pretty much for both teams. Harris Price, of course, the point guard for the Eagles. She returns to lead Carson Newman, and then just all the experience that Buffy has this year with Agrusa, Franklin, Sutton, the entire lineup. It's just going to be that kind of game, I feel, on November 17th.
Yeah, I think it'll definitely have implications as to what happens in February and March moving down the road.
North Georgia will have the ball to start the second half as both teams are back on the floor. Again, another great look at this brand new building on your screens right now. As Singleton inbounds right in front of us.
That is a big fellow.
A freshman from Easton Owl as Cottrell takes a 3. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Burchett. He went to Stevens County High School. I guess that's one of the small towns right around Toccoa.
Easton Ollie, between Toccoa and Martin, on your way to Livonia. That's kind of, so you go to Toccoa, take a right, you're going to get Easton Ollie, Martin, Livonia. That's just how it works out there in eastern, the very northeast tip of the state. Here's the deal. North Georgia's about to play well this half. You know how I know that?
How's that?
Because Zach Cottrell made his first 3 of the first half, and we weren't very good after that. He just missed his first 3 right there, so it's going to be roll of reversal.
Well, that's 2 travels in a row for the Crusaders down the floor.
Also some very pink shoes.
Yes.
And red shoes. Shoe selection, shoe game on point for the Crusaders.
North Georgia brings it up the floor. Steeple hands off to Shamanga. Off the screen, gives back to Steeple, the former Leopard. Around the perimeter, now Shamanga drives, bounce pass over to Singleton. Now Steeple drives into the lane, puts up the floater. Left hand, it's good. Nighthawks have cut it to 6, excuse me, 31-25. Just over a minute gone here in this second half. Jumper on the way for North Greenville's Covey Tates. It's good, and it's back out to an 8-point game.
Got to do a better job of getting hands high on that.
Here's Steeple off a screen, gives it to Shamanga, who drives, bounce pass to Singleton. Thought about a short corner jumper, drives in, and a foul's going to be called. As Singleton will go to the line to shoot two. The foul on Covey Tate, that's his third.
Man, that helps.
So Singleton to the line to shoot two. First collegiate free throws for the freshman. In and out, no good. Into the game, Kirkpatrick replacing Tate with 3 fouls. He might be sitting over there on those new padded seats for a little bit. Second free throw from Singleton on its way. It is good. 33-26. Driving is Brooks, and Steeple got him on the arm. That'll be his first.
A little bit more urgency and pace to this second half so far, which you just kind of knew was going to happen.
First free throw good from Brooks. He's now got 12. Second free throw coming for DJ. It's nothing but the bottom. Lead back out to 9, 35-26. Hand off to Hopkins at the free throw line, kicks out to Shamanga. Thought about a 3, drives baseline, kicks it out to Cottrell. Cottrell had to wait on the pass, didn't have a space. Now Hopkins drives, puts it off the glass and in.
2-ball reversal, skip pass, hard reversal. Great aggressive drive by Hopkins there.
Nighthawks down by 7. Looking for Kirkpatrick up top. It's down low. The hook shot no good from Roderick Howell, and the Nighthawks push right up the middle. Zez Steeple showing off the speed. The finger roll is good. Lead down to 5.
Great offensive transition there, just putting his nose down to the rim. Nobody stepped up to protect the paint. Just take it all the way to the rim. Had good kick-out options too, so that's good offensive transition by the Nighthawks.
The foul and the bucket as Burchett was knocked over by Singleton, his third. Burchett with 4, he'll have the chance to get 3 points the old-fashioned way.
Good job by Burchett on the lift there. Dribble penetration, then use of a great shot fake to get DeAndre up in the air. Freshman will learn that, knowing that when guard penetrates, there's no need for bigs to leave their feet. Just keep your feet on the floor, wall up, hands to the lights, and make the guard score over you or around you.
Olatunji into the game. He pulls down the rebound. Nighthawks down by 7, 3 minutes into the second half. Cottrell along 2. It's money. He's only got 5 tonight. He's had a lot of open looks, hasn't been able to put them home. Maybe that's a sign of things to come.
Made his first shot and his last shot. All the ones in the middle don't matter.
Driving, now kicking out Kirkpatrick. A awkward shot form, and it's off the mark. Steeple quickly up the floor. He'll stop and pop from 3. Left it short, will hit the deck. No whistle. Top of the key, Kirkpatrick. Back door, looking for Burchett. Good defense by Hopkins. Hopkins gets a deflection and a steal. Here's Cottrell to Shamanga. Ephraim, layup, good.
North Georgia using their defensive intensity to create some easy, quick offensive transitions. So when you struggle in the half-court set, as we did in the first half, just kind of turn that defensive volume up a little bit and try to get more 2-on-2, 2-on-3 options in transition.
An air ball by Singleton. That'll take us to the under 16. By the way, Ephraim just scored his first points of the season. He just now is into the scoring column tonight.
He's more interested in steals.
I hear you on that. 15:57 to play in regulation. North Greenville 37, North Georgia 34. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Everything in your hands, nothing in your way. A new and better way to manage and control all your money. You, exclusively by BB&T.
The UNG Campus Connection is your university bookstore. It's the one-stop shop where students can get anything they need for the classroom, and fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to car decals and tailgating chairs. Gear up at the Nighthawks Nest with officially licensed UNG merchandise. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Campus Connection is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics. North Georgia basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network, brought to you by Einstein Brothers Bagels and Farmhouse Woodworks.
Farmhouse Woodworks. In the first half on that presented by, I told you about how good the line are with the bagels and the coffee. Farmhouse Woodworks made our boardroom table in Memorial Hall, and I mean, everybody talks about that thing. First class.
The entire conference room over there, Shamanga turns it over. All the trophies on display in there, including the national championship from 2015, all the regional trophies from softball and baseball.
Sophie the trophy.
Here are the Crusaders on offense. Myers drives. Might have walked, no whistle, put it up, no good. The Nighthawks can cut it to one or tie with a three.
And that's the difference between Lonray's defense and DeAndre's there. Just Lonray stayed down.
There's Lonray, it's no good. Got his own offensive rebound, shot was blocked. Shamanga comes back in play and grabs it. And a whistle underneath.
Two bunnies there on that possession. Great effort, but sometimes effort plays are tough to finish because your adrenaline level is so high and your motor's going so fast. He's just got to effort, fast twitch with the muscles, slow the mind down.
Foul was on Howell, his second, as the Nighthawks work on the offensive end. 17 on the shot clock. Now here's Steeple. He drives, puts it up, no good. Olatunji offensive board. His shot was blocked. That's got to be a number of blocks for Roderick Howell.
He didn't have any in the first half.
Well, that's his third of the second half.
Now make that he had one, so man's got 4 blocks.
Gives it over to Steeple. Steeple drives, and a lot of contact as he put his head down and tried to get into the paint. That's one thing that Steeple brings, as Arrington gets the foul, his first. Steeple brings that ability to change gears, putting somebody else on the floor with Ephraim who can do that at the same time. Underneath Cottrell, he puts it up and in.
Good baseline out there. I know Coach Travis has been handling baseline out action this year. That's a really good look there. Got guys going in multiple directions and snuck Cottrell right there to the backside block.
And good defense there. You had a trap with Cottrell and Hopkins.
Yeah, I got to start calling him Cottrell, not Cottrell, like the Mike Cottrell School of Business, but that's tough to do because it's just a big name here on this campus and big beneficiary, but this is Cottrell.
Shot up, no good from Howell. Rebound Olatunji, of course. Cottrell from Hayesville, North Carolina, where his father coaches the Yellow Jackets.
They're up there in the bleachers.
Three-pointer no good. Olatunji, I think, is going to get called for the foul.
Hayesville Yellow Jackets are sitting up there with Coach Cottrell.
Perennial powerhouses in North Carolina.
Class A, right?
Yes.
Like 6 kids?
Yep. But every year when they play in the Battle of the States tournament that Towns County puts on up in Hiawassee, they win that thing.
They bring it, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
37-36, Crusaders on top. Nighthawks as close as they've been in a long time. Brooks up, no good. Tipped into the air. Olatunji is going to get called for a travel as he lost his balance.
That's just unfortunate. 2 guys going hard for the ball. It's no big deal there. Just turn it over and keep moving.
Singleton in for Olatunji. Olatunji's given some great minutes.
That was a great segment there for him. DeAndre started the second half. Lonray came in and gave a great change of pace with bigs there.
Shot up, no good, and The scoreless streak continues for North Greenville. They haven't scored in a few moments. Now here's Shimanga driving. Nighthawks can take the lead. Kick out Hopkins, 3 top of the key. Nighthawks have their first lead of the season.
Good drive. That's all set up by Ephraim Shimanga. Paint touch, kick out. Drive under the basket, paint touch, kick out, rhythm 3.
39-37, Nighthawks on top. Down low, Howell, no good. Rebound to Cottrell. 9-0 run for North Georgia. Here's Shimanga. He'll drive, and he's fouled. Be on the floor. DJ Brooks, his second foul, as Joe Conley will check in for the Crusaders. Rod English for North Georgia. Also for the Crusaders, Corey Walters.
See if we can get another good look here on a baseline outset. Up screen to a double screen.
Hopkins was wide open underneath. It was deflected by Brooks, and I thought they called a timeout. I thought the whistle was up top, but North Georgia puts it in play. Here's Shimanga posting up. Goes baseline, looking to get underneath. Up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Conley.
Set play there. Ephraim's the inbounder. No ghost action to inbound it, but ultimately we're trying to get the inbounder to post up guard v guard on the block. It's exactly what we wanted. It's the second time there, my man Daniel Burchett has gotten DeAndre up in the air. DeAndre's got he will grow into this role, but as he sees dribble penetration from guards, got to learn to stay down and just let his wingspan and let his height play.
First free throw from Burchett's no good. That's the 4th foul on DeAndre. Olatunji in, Jack Howard in. Steeple and Singleton out. Singleton with 4 fouls. He'll be on the bench for a while. Second free throw is good. It cuts the lead to 1. Breaks the 9-0 scoring run for North Georgia. Here's Shimanga. Off the screen from Olatunji. Kick out to Hopkins. Hopkins drives into the paint, and a foul as Hopkins had the volleyball spike pass down inside to Olatunji.
Yeah, but he had to go back up and re-spike it because his initial hand was being held down illegally, might I add.
Burchett's second foul. 5th on the Crusaders.
What was the halftime score? 31.
Yep. 31-23 was the halftime score. North Georgia trailed by 8. They lead by 1. Hopkins no look to English. Swung around to Shimanga. Looking down low for Olatunji. Now here's Hopkins for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound taken down by Howell for the men in black.
Howell is only 6'6". He plays like he's 7'6".
A whistle. And they're going to get Olatunji with his 4th. So both big men for North Georgia, Olatunji and Singleton, in foul trouble. Acton Shirley will check into the game. You gotta like when you can go to your bench for 7 feet.
Yeah.
Inside to Howell, and it's taken away by Shimanga. Ephraim with the steal, and then it's off of Ephraim. So he'll turn it over right after getting the steal. And we are at 12 minutes, which means we are at the media timeout. 12 minutes to play in regulation. North Georgia leads at 39-38. We'll be back after this on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Goodbye, LA, until another time. When can we call it love? Think we crossed the line.
Shop, play, and stay in Dahlonega, the heart of the North Georgia mountains.
The Monday morning status meeting leaves everyone in a state of boredom. That must be why they called it a boardroom. But you're putting a new spin on this week's meeting, because you've brought bagels. fresh baked bagels. So, well done, my friend. Not only have you uplifted the vibe of the status meeting, you've upgraded your own status to hero. Save the day with bagels. Now it's even easier.
12 minutes to play in regulation at the UNG Convocation Center. 39-38, North Georgia leads North Greenville here on the Nighthawk Sports Network alongside Lee Glenn. I'm Walker McCrary, and we take a look at the shot chart in the second half, Lee, and there's a lot more blue filled in circles than red here in this half. That's a nice sight to see.
What do you notice quickly about those blues?
They're all in the paint.
All around the rim. I like it.
Three-pointer on the way for North Greenville, and they retake the lead courtesy of Corey Walters' first 3 points of the game, 41-39. Shamanga up the floor, drives, kicks out to Howard. Howard will get a paint touch over to Shamanga. Three-pointer on the way for Ephraim is no good, and there'll be a foul on North Greenville. They're going to get Howell, I believe, and they are. It's his third. And North Georgia one foul away from being in the bonus. Hopkins in the corner, dribbles out, now finds a paint touch, back door to English, who's up and under. We are tied 41-41.
That was a great cut by Rod there, seeing dribble penetration, soft penetration. Sean wasn't driving to score.
English is going to get called for his second.
Back to that offensive possession. So Sean wasn't driving to score, but Rod saw that he had gotten a paint touch, did a great job of cutting hard off the ball, and that's good offensive recognition there.
Walters with the free throw gives North Greenville the lead again, 42-41, as Covey Tate will check in for North Greenville. Zach Cottrell for North Georgia. And Acton Shirley out. So North Georgia going a little smaller now after Howell is checked out of the game. Second free throw for Walters, off back iron, no good. Rebound tipped around. Who's going to control it? It's out of bounds, North Georgia basketball.
Interesting to see how we play this lineup if we put Sean Hopkins in as our 5, or if we just run ball screen action with 5 out.
Looks like Rod's going to go inside and set the double screen for Hopkins. Hopkins a wide open jumper just inside the paint, no good. Rebound Walters. Up the floor, now here's Conley, gives it over to Walters. Walters drives left baseline, trapped underneath by Howard, finds somebody to hand it off to. That's Covey Tate. Tate with the right hook shot, left it well short. Rebound Shamanga. Ephraim fakes the handoff, drives baseline. It's tipped away from behind. Howard gets it, gives it off to Cottrell. Cottrell pump fake, kick out to Shamanga. Ephraim slows it down, gives it to Hopkins. Now Jack. Back over to Ephraim. Shot clock at 10. Ephraim will have the head tap. One-on-one action. Ephraim drives, shoots, no good. Rebound pulled down by English. It's blocked from behind and a late whistle, and I think it's the right one.
I agree. You gotta. It's almost, there was like the foul was marginal, but you gotta err on the side of the whistle there just to reward the effort.
It's on Walters. That's his first, and English will go to the line to shoot 2. First one's no good. Steeple for Shamanga. So here's Rod. Left-handed shot up, no good. 0 for 2 from the stripe was the former Johnson Knight. Here are the Crusaders. Conley gives off to Tate. Now DJ Brooks for 3. It's well short. And a rebound to Hopkins. quickly up to Steeple. Now Steeple top of the key. He'll fire from distance. Nothing but the bottom.
Much better flow for the Nighthawks here. Our ball movement's better. Our body movement's better. Our defense is much better. It's like our curse of ill shot selection we've handed over to the Crusaders here after the break.
Here's Brooks driving to the elbow. Nice pass to Conley. Shot is no good. A foul's going to come on English. I thought more than a foul, though, on English. You might have gotten the goaltending as he shook the goal, but no whistle.
It's actually a good break for North Georgia here to have to make them earn the shots on the free throw because Rod had to rotate off the tape or off the help line to defend the shot. His man was wide open for the putback, and he did after the whistle. So made the first here, but make them earn these two.
Conley with his first point of the evening, and he misses the second. UNG leads NGU. Now here's Hopkins at a happy feet. (44-43), 9:19 to play here in period number 2. Top of the key, here's Tate, over to Conley. Now Burchett gives to Conley. Conley layup, no good. Rebound tipped around, Steeple keeps it in play. He'll look to push tempo. A little tricky dribble out to Hopkins, wide open three, in and out, no good. Cottrell with the offensive board. Thought about going up with it immediately, instead pump faked and allowed the Crusaders to go around, and a technical foul has been assessed to Chris Faulkner. Nighthawk fans voicing their disdain with that call. So the technical free throws will be taken by DJ Brooks. First free throw is good. Game tied at 44. Brooks now with 14 points. And he made both. Roderick Howell back into the game for the Crusaders. Means Singleton will come back in to match up down low. And referees didn't allow the substitution, so North Georgia playing with English on the big man down low. They'll look to post him up, get it into Howell. Jumper from the elbow, no good. And over the back was Howell, and just as quick as he comes in, he'll have to go back to the bench. That's his fourth.
It's a good learning lesson for Mr. Singleton over there. His number was called to go replace a guy, and he kind of casually got up off the bench. And you got to understand our circumstance and game situation there, and we needed that substitution. We got a great break. Rod did a great job of checking out and forcing the over the back, but got to understand, excuse me, the where we're at in the game.
So English will go to the line to shoot the bonus. Singleton waiting to check in for him. Howell goes to the bench. Kirkpatrick back into the game. English first free throw off back iron. Feels like this game will come down to free throws. And when you miss them this early, could come back to haunt you. Now here's Tate looking down low. A great pass to Burchett. And he's got 7, lead back out to 3 for the Crusaders, 47-44. Steeple, a good hesitation move, drives in, hesitates in the air, and he was hitting the head on the way up. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. The foul's on Covey Tate, that's his 4th.
Concussion call. The official hits himself in the head 4 times. Concussion.
surprised the referee didn't get a concussion from hitting
No,
himself that
that's
hard.
That's a lot of. I got it on the first one. You didn't need the repeat 3 times. We will get a trainer over there and get you checked out.
Steeple misses the first.
I guess that's an unwritten rule, though. Kind of wait to see the result of the shot, and then if a player gets hit anywhere near the head, that's an automatic foul. That's Rod's missed 3 now. That's 4. That's 4 consecutive missed free throws, I believe, for North Georgia.
Steeple's second free throw. It hits every part of the iron before falling. He's in double figures. 47-45 now the score. North Georgia with 2 players in double figures. Hopkins leading the way with 15. And Steeple now with 10. 47-45. Under 8 media timeout coming up on the next whistle. There it is as Hopkins kicks the ball, and we will go to the under 8. 47-45, North Greenville leads North Georgia. As we take a commercial break, this is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
I'm a commuter.
I'm an actor.
I'm an intern.
I'm a researcher.
I am a senior.
I'm an athlete.
I'm a veteran.
I am a sister.
I'm a sophomore.
I am a singer.
I am an educator.
I am a scientist.
I am a resident.
I am a writer. I am a leader.
I am a cadet. I am a volunteer. I am a musician.
I am a tutor.
We are UNG.
North Georgia basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network, brought to you by Cotton Eye Joe's and Farmers Insurance.
Mr. John Orr, our local agent, very proud supporter of Nighthawk Athletics. Need some insurance, go visit my man John Orr here in town.
And some of the best commercials out there. The Farmers Insurance
are good, yeah, they're good. They've got their Insurance U.
North Greenville with possession, leading by 2. 7:50 to play here in regulation. Shimanga back on the floor, guarding Brooks. Brooks drives, and good steal by Ephraim. Ephraim drives, he has numbers. Kicks out to Steeple. Steeple drives, looking. Hesitation in the air, but he can't put it home. And a good no call by the referees.
I agree.
Now here's DJ Brooks again. Driving is Burchett. Now off to Conley. Burchett on the handoff. Gives to Walters. Conley Brooks. And an offensive foul as Sean Hopkins draws the charge. Brooks is not happy. It's his 3rd. Tyler Dean will check into the game for North Georgia, replacing Singleton. So again, a smaller lineup for Chris Faulkner, as they'll come to wipe the sweat off the floor. What comes with a brand new building? The brand new mops on the floor.
Hashtag Hawk 'em. If there's something that can be put a hashtag on it, it's a floor mop. And my man is working that mop. See it on the broadcast. That is an A+ mop job.
There's a lot of sweat on the floor because Sean
there
slid about a mile.
There is. We're getting it taken care of, and a well-deserved round of applause.
So North Georgia can tie or take the lead with a 3 as Shimanga brings it up the floor, gives to Cottrell. Zach looking, gives it around the horn to Hopkins, down low for Dean, who's playing the 5. Here's Ephraim. Kicks out to Zez. Now Hopkins again down low to Dean. That's 2 post touches. Now Tyler stops, pumps, and the foul is going to be called. We'll see who they get on it. It will be Kirkpatrick, his 2nd. And the Nighthawks in the double bonus the rest of the way. That's a good sign.
That's the first time Tyler subbed into the game in this half, so I think he got a few minutes of action in the first half. That's a great first touch for him.
And he makes the first free throw. Lead cut to 1. Second free throw on the way is no good. Cottrell almost had the rebound. Instead, DJ Brooks will pull it down and hold on to a 1-point lead as we are under 6:45 to play in regulation. 47-46, Crusaders on top. Here's DJ Brooks, handoff to Burchett. Good spin move in the lane, shot up, no good, but a foul will be called. He'll go to the line to shoot a pair. The foul, they're gonna get Cottrell, his third. That's a lot of fouls been called in this game.
I know Burchett's a returning all-conference player, but when you got a guard, a smaller shooting style guard with his ears pinned back and his on dribble penetration, sometimes you just kind of want to peel back on the shot selection and make them score tough contested twos.
Made both. He's got 9 now. So here's Steeple, a little 1-3-1 this possession from North Greenville. North Georgia moves the ball quickly into the corner. Cottrell inside to Dean. Good cut from Ephraim. Zez now gives it to Sean. Hopkins gonna drive in there. He'll put the floater up off glass and in.
Anytime you drive at, the best drives come after a shot fake.
So here comes Burchett. He's got his initials tattooed on his triceps. A D on the left arm and a B on the right arm. Gives it off to Brooks, now inside. Tate with 4 fouls on the floor. He puts one home, it's 51-48. Back to the man-to-man for North Greenville. Gives it to Steeple, to Shamanga. Gets it back, gives over to Cottrell on the right side. In between the circles, Steeple, now Hopkins. Shamanga drives right side underneath the basket, pulls it all the way back out. 7 on the shot clock, 6, 5, 4. Shamanga off a screen, got to hurry, 2, 1, he got the shot off and it's off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound though for Tyler Dean, gives it to Hopkins, thought about a deep 3. Now gets it back, he takes a step in, 3 on the way, is off the iron, no good. Offensive rebound for Shamanga, who lost the ball off the face of Corey Walters. Crusaders come away with it. Hopkins, another kicked ball. So we're at 4:59 to play in this second half. Singleton checks on. He'll replace Cottrell. And just as quick as Singleton comes onto the floor, Roderick Howell back on the floor. So 4 fouls for each of the big men. Now here's Burchett to Walters, to Brooks. Inside to Howell. Howell spins, puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebound pulled down by Dean. Quick outlet to Singleton. 2 on 3. Now kick to Shamanga. Thought about a 3. Instead he gives it back to Steeple into the paint. Singleton wasn't quite ready. Spins, puts it up, and it rolled around but wouldn't fall.
Good look there. Good dribble penetration by Steeple.
Burchett kicks it out to Walters. Walters finds some paint, and it's turned over. Steeple will drive. 1 on 2. Put it up. No good. No whistle. Got hit in the head, and he's holding his head as he gets up slowly. Back into the play comes Steeple. 5 on 4 go the Crusaders, and North Georgia earns a steal. Shamanga will look to push. 4 on 2. Here's Hopkins to Steeple in the corner. Zez will drive. Puts it up. No good. The foul will finally come, as we will go to a media timeout as soon as the foul's reported. It's on Conley. That's his second. Final media timeout. 4 minutes to play here in the second half. Nighthawks trail by 3, 51-48. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Codify an authority.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We can make campuses safer for our teammates, our friends, and our classmates.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy, but it's on us
to intervene.
Because we can. Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Codify an authority.
Crusaders lead the Nighthawks here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Walker McCrary, joined by Lee Glenn, courtside. The brand new UNG Convocation Center. And, you know, Lee, every time I look around to see this new building, it's still just in shock that we have this on campus.
We've squeezed every bit of the water out of Memorial Hall that we could. It was such a great building for us, still home to UNG athletics. But this is a well-deserved building, and it's a well-deserved building not just for our men and women's basketball programs, but for the entire community, entire campus community. Just so many civic events in here, a viable, functioning graduation building. It's just really become the center focal point of campus.
Both free throws for Steeple are good. He's got 12 as Howard will check into the game. Lead down to 51-50. You mentioned all the civic events that go along in here. The Harlem Globetrotters coming to town on November 29th. Tickets for sale.
November 29th.
Of course, you can make it back-to-back days here in the Convocation Center. The women host Clark Atlanta on the 28th.
Okay.
And then the Globetrotters on the 29th. So
maybe 2 consecutive nights of a good show.
Here's Howell. He's got 4 fouls. Olatunji in the game with 4 fouls as well. As the Crusaders winding time off the clock, under 10. A little push off from Walters, no call. Here's Howell underneath. Shot up and good for Roderick Howell. He's got 8.
Get a right hand over his left shoulder there.
53-50. Howard gives to Dean, now Hopkins. Drove, a foul on the floor. Sean will go to the stripe to shoot 2. The foul will be on Burchett, his 3rd. So Sean Hopkins, the senior from Finland, 6'5", 200 at the line. First free throw on the way is good.
Without looking, do you know where in Finland?
Nokia.
Is that where they make the old cell phones?
I don't know.
I'm just kidding. Or was that where they were originated from? I used to have one of those.
A long time ago I did too, 52-53
it's like
now.
the shape of a remote control for your TV.
That was before flip phones were a thing as well, yeah.
And those things had some
2001.
They had some battery life on them too, my friend. You're not plugging it in every chance you got. You charge that thing up, you're good for half a month.
Weeks, yeah. North Greenville on the offensive end. They lead by 1. The Nighthawk faithful starting to make some noise here in the Convocation Center. Here's Howell. Howell tries to go up and under on Olatunji. His hook shot is good. Howell starting to heat up now, and the lead back to 3.
Back-to-back baskets.
So here's Shamanga giving off to Zach Cottrell. He comes off the Olatunji screen. Jumper from about 17 feet, no good, and a rebound to North Greenville. They can slow it down. Leading by 3 and clock running out, and Shamanga's going to get called for a foul. There wasn't a whole lot there. It was more of a head nod from DJ Brooks. He'll go to the line to shoot the bonus. Steeple and Singleton back into the game. Howard and Olatunji out as offense defense is starting to come into the minds. of both coaches. Brooks made his first. 16 points for DJ, and the lead's out to 4. Second free throw for Brooks is on the dot as well, 57 to 52. Shamonga, paint, gives it over to Olatun, or rather that's Singleton, and a foul on the floor. DeAndre will go to the line to shoot 2. That's Conley's 3rd foul. So the freshman from Stevens County back to the line to shoot 2. First one hits the bottom. There's the second free throw. It hit every part of the iron and went in.
Okay. Twice here in a row they've gone to the big. We got to see if we can push Roderick Howell's touches a little bit further out. Can't let him get going.
Shamonga trying to get a 10 count, almost gets it. Instead, Brooks breaks the timeline just in time, and an offensive foul is called on North Greenville. That will be on DJ Brooks, I believe, and it is. That's his 4th.
Ephraim's like a one-man press.
He got a deflection that almost got the 10 count.
And then Zez did a great job of jumping into a passing lane, forcing that whistle. Now we need to capitalize here.
Down 3 under 2 minutes to play. A little bit of a busted play there initially. Hopkins gives over to Cottrell. Cottrell with the jumper from short distance, no good. Rebound tipped around, controlled by the Crusaders, and North Greenville can wind it down about 30 more seconds. Here's Brooks. And a timeout will be called by North Greenville. It is a 30-second timeout, but it converts to a full timeout, I believe, as it is a media, and it is. 1:34 to play here in the final period. 57-54, we'll take a 60-second break. Back after this, North Georgia's Nighthawk Sports Network.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a red-hot mascot.
Woo-hoo! Hey, you're on fire! You bet I am! Dude, you're on fire! Oh, yeah! No, you're on fire! Look behind you! I'm cool, I'm cool.
That's one way to fire up the crowd, but we covered it. Talk to Farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
We actually do just about anything that you ask.
We offer everything from design and branding all the way up to signs and banners, promotional products, digital signage, t-shirts, embroidery.
Cups, koozies, pens, magnets. There's 25,000 items out there we can do.
A lot of people don't know that we can handle all that, and we can look at the customer and say, yeah, we do that.
We actually do just about anything that you ask.
North Greenville holds a 3-point lead. They have possession with 19 on the shot clock. 2 timeouts left for North Greenville, a 30 and a full. North Georgia has 3 timeouts, 2 30s and a full. Both teams in the double bonus with the next foul from North Georgia. And the Crusaders inbound just to our right here at the press table. Brooks looking to trigger, and then he does so to Burchett. Guarded by Hopkins as North Greenville content to wind a little bit of clock down. 10 seconds on the shot clock. It's kicked by Hopkins, and that resets to 20, I believe. So that gives North Greenville some extra time on the shot clock. Burchett will inbound. Inbound into the backcourt to Brooks. Ephraim giving pressure in the backcourt. Hand off to Burchett. Picked up his dribble, another kick by Hopkins, and that will reset to 20 again. I love the defensive intensity of Sean Hopkins, especially out on the perimeter.
I do too, but it's like that football team late in the game trying to ice it, and they just kind of keep getting first downs. More shot clock for the night for the Crusaders to burn.
So here's Burchett. Gives to Brooks, now 10 on the shot clock. Gives it up top to Howell. Howell over to Conley. Looking for Walters, top of the key. 5 on the shot clock. 4, 3. Walters drives, shoots, scores. And the clock, I don't think, stopped. Under a minute. Of course, it stops every made bucket. So we'll see what they reset the game clock to. 59.9. So let's see what North Georgia does. The clock started early, so we'll reset again, 59.9. And 30 on the shot clock. Of course, over on our new scoreboard panels, goes to hundredths of a second, so you have to actually type in 90 instead of just 9 after the decimal.
Wow. Why would you need a hundredth of a second? Are there automobile racing in here? Are track meets in here?
Ask OES. A foul call to Shamanga went up for the layup. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. That'll be on Brooks. It's his 5th. So DJ Brooks, his night's done. 17 points for DJ. And they'll bring in Caleb Arrington, who hasn't seen a whole lot of time here in the second half after hitting those first 2 3-pointers to start the game.
Start of the game.
First free throw for Shamanga is good. 59-55, 49 seconds to play. North Georgia still with 3 timeouts. Second free throw good as well, and North Georgia will call a timeout. We will keep it right here as it's a 30-second timeout. Nighthawks down by 3, 49 seconds left, and North Greenville having to go the full length of the floor. You don't have to commit a foul here, but you really need a stop.
Well, if you decide to extend the guard, it really needs to be a stop, because, you know, they're going to get a good 25 seconds off the shot clock. That's going to leave you with, 20 seconds to go, down 5 if you don't get a stop. The only other thing that I would imagine is if you can envision the 5 players for North Greenville coming off the floor. If there's a below average free throw shooter, maybe not fouling him intentionally, but really increasing your pressure on him to force a turnover. Definitely going to go full court press here out of the timeout just to speed up, but more times than not, we're going to just take our chances with a full possession guard.
So here's Burchett, guarded by Hopkins, trying to get up the floor. And a foul is going to be called on Hopkins. He was trying not to foul, but Burchett did a good job of drawing it. That's only Hopkins' first foul, and Daniel Burchett to the line to shoot 2 so far tonight. Burchett 3 of 5 from the stripe.
Yeah, you send probably their headiest player to the line. You just got to get away from him right there.
You mentioned the headiness. He had enough wherewithal and basketball IQ to kind of slow down and force Hopkins to come over. It's back. First free throw for Burchett is no good.
That wasn't close either.
The Nighthawk faithful sitting behind us, starting to make some noise and get behind the boys in white. Second free throw, no good. Nighthawks get a stop, and they've got time. Shamanga up the floor, under 40 seconds to play. Ephraim looking, gives it off to Steeple. Nighthawks can get a good possession here. Here's Ephraim spinning, driving, a lot of contact, no whistle, and a foul on Hopkins as Howell will go to the line to shoot the double bonus. Ephraim spun and dove and got hit, and a lot of contact, no whistle.
Never really had to make their defense rotate, unfortunately, on that possession. It was kind of Ephraim playing against a set defense. Really not much urgency on that possession there. Offensive, a little bit too much, little quick trigger. But you know what? We're still in this thing. We're going to need to come down to get a quick shot regardless after these resulting free throws.
I don't know if you saw the spin on that ball, Lee, but that was sideways as Howell missed his first free throw of the night.
It's kind of like a first serve in tennis, like one of those.
And so we're waiting on the shot clock to reset off. So the shot clock is at 0. So Howell with the second free throw. Noise being made in the Convocation Center. It's on its way, it's no good. Nighthawks without a shot clock, down 3, 22 seconds to play. Shamanga kicks over to Hopkins, 3 on the way, it's short, and a rebound pulled down by the Crusaders. A foul committed on Conley by Cottrell, his 4th. So that'll put Conley on the line. He's 1 of 2 from the stripe today. And North Greenville will put some players on the lane to try and give a little pressure on the rebound.
So if they miss their 6th straight free throw, it's got to be a 3. But any sort of a make, that's 5 straight there. Any sort of a make has to be a quick 2 in less than 5 seconds. And we still got a ball game here. So we've got 2 good options here. It's either going to be a 3 on a miss or a quick 2 after a make.
Second one on the way is good. And a timeout will be called by North Greenville. 60-second timeout will keep it here as they now have 1 timeout left. Conley with just his 2nd point of the evening. It's 60-56, and you mentioned it. Now that it's a 4-point game, with 2 timeouts, you can get any shot you want.
Got to be a quick one, though. You probably got time for a handoff or 1 screen away, 1 pin down. You're not going to be able to dribble at the length of the floor and the dribbler to get a shot. So I'm thinking here in about 5 to 6 seconds. So with 9 or 10 left, we will have had a handoff or 1 transaction and then a shot. And it's obviously going to have to be a made shot and then immediate foul.
Be sure to join us here tomorrow on the Nighthawk Sports Network as the Nighthawks battle Erskine in the final game of the Peach Belt Conference Carolinas Challenge. Erskine getting a win over Georgia College in the first game of our doubleheader here. Of course, Georgia College and North Greenville will battle at 2 o'clock before our 4 p.m. tip between the Flying Fleet and the Nighthawks. 15.2 seconds remain here. North Georgia has 2 timeouts. North Greenville down to 1. Both teams in the double bonus. The possession arrow, by the way, favors the Crusaders. Crusaders will give some token pressure up top. Force the quick inbound. Now here's Steeple. Clock running, 13 seconds, 12, 11. Steeple hands off to Shamanga. Drives, puts it up through contact, no good. But a foul will be called, so Ephraim will go to the line to shoot 2 with 6.5 seconds to play. The foul is on Conley, his 4th.
Took a little too long to, took a good 9 seconds off right there.
We'll see if they add time back on. It doesn't look like they're going to. The referees were conferring, our officiating crew, Joseph Adams, Antoine Knighton, and Michael Reese. Shamanga's first free throw is good. Lead down to 3. Second free throw is good. And a timeout is called by Coach Faulkner as the lead's down to 2 with 6.5 seconds left. Have to imagine that a quick foul's coming, but is it a zone pressure for North Georgia to try and get a quick steal off a trap, or is it straight up man-to-man and try and get the steal off the inbound?
Straight up man, all switch. The only things you're looking for are steal the inbound. Well, 5-second count, steal the inbound, all switch everything, all action, and then foul on the catch.
North Georgia still has a full timeout at their disposal. North Greenville just a 30. North Georgia, a lot of speed on the floor. Dean, Hopkins, Shamanga, Steeple, and Cottrell. Best free throw shooters on the floor for North Greenville. They throw it deep to Walters, who touches it, and he's fouled. Steeple doesn't think he fouled him, but a lot of contact with the body, his second. Luckily for North Georgia, the layup was no good.
Yeah, that's fine. We just need him to miss one of these two. 4-9, 5 seconds basically, plenty in order to get a shot off. Just not going to have a ball game unless he misses at least one of them.
North Georgia will use their final timeout. It's a full to try and ice Corey Walters. Walters on the day is 1 for 2 from the stripe. So one of the, I imagine, free throw shooters that Coach Lister wants to put on the floor is, I mean, when you've got that timeout, you're going to put your best free throw shooters on the floor. They do sub in some defensive help. They get Howell back into the game for this defensive possession. But for North Greenville, it's as simple as this. You hit 2 free throws and you've pretty much got this locked up. For North Georgia, you're drawing up something to either tie with a 3 if one's made, or maybe even win on a 3 with 4.9 seconds left.
Yeah, it's you don't have now you don't have time for a transaction unless it's off of they make the second free throw. You can have a deep inbound. So there's 2 plays being drawn up. One for making, if there's 2 makes, the game's over. If the lone make comes on the second shot, we got to have a deep inbound, and we can go maybe with a pass. If it's a make the first one, miss the second one, whoever gets the miss has got to go. And a lot of times you see that, a missed free throw on the second, confusion as to where the point guard is, and that eats all the time.
So we'll see what Walters can do here for North Greenville. I mentioned 1 for 2 from the stripe so far today. Walters, the redshirt sophomore from Kershaw, South Carolina. First free throw is on its way. It is good. Second free throw coming for Walters. 3-point game right now. It's up, it's good. So North Georgia down 4. They get it up the floor quickly. It's out of bounds. It'll be a North Greenville ball. And the last 2.8 seconds are elementary. Inbound, and North Greenville will earn their first win of the season. Final score 62-58. Take a 90-second break and be back to wrap things up right after this on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
I want everyone to rally behind such a great cause for Make-A-Wish. It's not just for us, and it's not just for the school. It's for the kids that we'll be helping. It's for them.
And it's not just raising money for a charity. It's raising money to make this kid's dream come true.
I never, still to this day, would have thought that it would have touched me the way that it did that day. To truly say that it was a life-changing moment for myself is true. And I think it was for our program, our team, and our university. It was truly one of the most memorable experiences of my coaching career.
You really just see the community come together to make this event special and make it unique. And I think that's one thing that we like to try to brand ourselves with here at UNG is we're unique, and we like to do the special small things that make, children's lives and dreams come true.
Enough. Yeah, I'm over it.
We shouldn't need commercials to tell you we're powerful.
No thanks. Genders don't play sports. Athletes do.
Conference Carolina's Challenge on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Walker McCrary, Lee Glenn, and Lee, North Georgia had some great opportunities there. Actually took the lead in the second half for a nice minute there, but then North Greenville really buckled down on defense, used a couple of scoring runs to get back in the lead and end up pulling this one out.
Yeah, tale of two halves. The tough shots that North Georgia was taking in the first half. We got into the game by North Greenville taking tough shots and missing them. They went on a stretch there. They probably missed 7 or 8 shots in a row. But to their credit, there at the end, they found a way to get enough makes in to seal the game after going down, I think, 2 possessions even midway through the second half. So credit North Greenville. It was not North Georgia's best offensive effort, but as you mentioned in the pregame show, you got a lot of new faces that are trying to find their identity, find their role. Coach Faulkner is still working on his substitution rotation, so it's a long, long season. And the defensive effort and the intensity was there for North Georgia. Just we've got to find a way to increase our shot quality.
19 points for Sean Hopkins to lead the way for North Georgia, also 12 from Zez Steeple. For North Greenville, they were led by 17 from DJ Brooks. And again, North Greenville pulls off the 62-58 win here in Dahlonega in the Peach Belt Conference Carolinas Challenge, putting Conference Carolinas ahead in this little portion of the challenge. Of course, it's going on across the conference, 2-0.
Yep.
But Peach Belt can respond tomorrow as the Peach Belt teams flip their
Well, if you include Young Harris, I think we got 2. I don't know what Young Harris and Lee's McCray did on the women's side, but I know that the Peach Belt got at least 1 win with the Nighthawks. So if you include the women's version of the show, Lee's McCray got them by 5, it looks like.
Yep.
So we're down 1-3. I'm just trying to spin it any way I can. But regardless, in all seriousness, tomorrow, North Georgia's going to just have to find a way to play with that second half urgency for 40 minutes instead of 20 minutes tomorrow.
We'll be back with you tomorrow for the final game of the Peach Belt Conference Carolinas Challenge as North Georgia takes on Erskine at 4 p.m. We'll have it for you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Again, your final score here, North Greenville 62, North Georgia 58. For our entire NSN crew, producer Lauren Hunter, and all of our camera operators tonight, my partner Lee Glenn, I'm Walker McCrary, signing off from the UNG Convocation Center. North Greenville, a 4-point win over North Georgia. We'll see you tomorrow here in the Gold City on the Nighthawk Sports